What's up, chat? Haven't posted on this in a long time. Sergio hasn't either. But what is the difference between, or if there is any correlation, an alliance versus family? I had an argument with my cousin. His name is Dennis, and he, at the age of 4, 5, 6 years old, I think, 6 years old, his parents split, and when he got here in the United States, his dad basically left him for some woman and basically kicked him out. The woman didn't freaking like him, and I don't know if he's talked to him ever since. He got kicked out, and anyways, that's a little bit of his backstory. And there was a point where I told him that, and I'm pretty fucked up for this, I told them that I believe in family, and I like through like blood is thicker than water type of mentality. You know, I would die for my family. I would do almost anything and everything for my family. And I was raised that way. Like, you know, we gotta stay close together. We gotta just be family. Whatever it is that people see family as. But his mentality towards family is, or there's a quote that he says, is family is overrated. And that's one of the reasons why we kind of had an argument where I was pro-family and he was more like, he's pro-family, but it's overrated. To me, it's not overrated because I take it, to the heart. But everything that I'm going through now and what my parents are going through, my mom specifically, and I feel like her mentality towards this kind of thing is kind of took a turn, like a 180 turn, and like the thing with my mom, she's helped so many people, and she's still helping people in the Philippines. She was a businesswoman, and they thrived in the Philippines. They made a lot of money. They were basically like Safeway, Target in this business market that they had in the Philippines. And along the way, they helped a lot of people. And then when they got here, they also made a business, and they helped a lot of people here too, while helping people in the Philippines for many, many years. When she was making 6 figures, like 10 years ago, with the caregiving stuff, she was helping so many people. She donated to the churches. She had helped so many people that she couldn't even count it anymore. And she was just like, it's okay as long as we help people. And she's always believed like everything that you do good comes back to you. And of course she wasn't expecting anything, it was just natural for her to help people. And for me, like growing up that way, seeing them that way, to me that kind of just came naturally, and I think that's why, like, even though like nursing is not like my go-to career that I've always thought about since I was a kid, I don't know, it just came naturally for me to just help people, like being accommodating, being respectful, and there's the honorable thing for me to, like, I've always, how do I explain this? I've always walked through life, I guess, to try to be respectful and honorable, and try to honor everything that I do, from like sports to like me communicating and interacting with people. there's got to be some sort of respect, honor, and like accommodation in there, you know. And I just grew up that way. I think, you know, because I saw what my parents did, and it just came naturally, right? But everything that we're going through, like everything that I'm hearing from my mom now, like just increments of like what I hear from her, it's like I never thought that, like, quote unquote, and not like these exact words, but she would say things like, I never thought that I'd be in this position. Like, now that I'm retired and not making a lot of money from a retirement, like, I never thought I'd be in this position. And my mom has 9 kids. 11, two passed away. They were twins, stillbirth. 9 kids. She has 9 kids. You know, they're well off. They have their own family and everything. And it's respectful. She respects that, but and I'm not saying that they don't help. She's not saying they don't help. But you know, coming out of her mouth, but I don't know. I don't know the backstory to it, but because it's coming out of her mouth, it's like, it's just weird to hear that from her, you know. I guess in a way, if I really think about it, like everything that I did is, and I don't know how to explain it, but I didn't expect anything from people when I try to help people. But I feel like every helping hand that I've had, I had for people, and like every helping hand that my mom, every help that she did for everybody here and in the Philippines, it's not coming back to her. Like, and I tell her too, is like, stop helping people in the Philippines. Stop sending money to the Philippines. Like, these people are not going to do anything for you. Like, you got to help yourself first before you help others. And my mentality completely switched now. It's like that mindset of mine now, it's like, stop helping people. Like, you got to help yourself first before others. And that should be a given. That should be a logic now. Like, nowadays, that's just how people's mentality is. And that should be a natural thing, but like, human beings are like, as they get better, as you know, as they progress in life and do well, I think that they are supposed to help people. But right now, I feel like our situation puts us in a predicament where it's like, it's a dog eat dog world. Like, F you guys, you know, like I'm gonna, if I need to, and this may be going against God, what God says, and everything is temporary, yeah, and it doesn't really matter, but right now, yeah, it does freaking matter, because if I don't, my parents are not, you know, they're not gonna get what they need, or the basic needs and necessities that they need, it's not gonna be there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do what I have to do, survival of the fittest, to provide for them and provide for myself. And it's unfortunate that I can't even help my brother with his situation and his family and his kid. So I don't know. It just sucks to hear my mom say things like, I can't believe I'm in this situation. Like, I didn't see myself in this situation like 10 years ago, and it just sucks to hear her say that, you know. Yeah, and like the past like 20, 30, 40 minutes, I've been thinking about it as I was getting ready to, you know, do my drive here. Maybe my cousin is right. Maybe my cousin is right regarding the whole family is overrated, and I feel like alliance with people will thrive better. The mentality of having an alliance with people, like a business mentality, will thrive better because you're helping yourself first, and then while you're helping others, you're like benefiting off of each other instead of a family who's like you're just there to freaking help people. That's how I see it now. It's overrated, and I'm starting to agree with him on that. And I apologize to Dennis for telling him, like, dude, it's because I went off on him. I said, dude, it's because your family's freaking broken. And it's fucked up. It's a fucked up thing to say. Your family's freaking broken. That's why you think that way. But now I'm thinking, like, damn, maybe he's right. It's overrated. At the end of the day, my siblings are going to have their own family, and their family's probably going to do the same thing and think the same thing. Like, F you guys, I'm going to do my own thing. I got my own family, you know? But maybe God said somewhere in the Bible, like, no, you're supposed to be a community. You're supposed to be there for each other. But, you know, thousands of years ago, yeah. But now, we have all, I don't know, maybe we don't have everything, but it's, I don't know, it's a dog-eat-dog world. It sucks. And I wish that my mentality wasn't like that. I wish my mentality was like this since I left, like, high school or something, and then went off to the world and started working. Otherwise, I would have been like, F everybody. I'm going to save my freaking money. I'm going to do my own thing, and I'm going to step on the stools and whoever it is that I need to, and I'm going to help anybody that's going to help me back. And I think that's what it should be, right? Business mentality, alliance mentality. Because when I was on a team, football team, basketball team, track team, these guys would run things for me. They would literally put their physical, their body into the line to sacrifice themselves so that we can better off, so that we can accomplish our objectives. You know, and I didn't even know these people. We did things together, we accomplished things together, and we blood, sweat, and tears together, and we got through things together, and I barely knew these people. And these people were my team, they were my alliance, and if we were to go head to head with another team or alliance, they would put their face in front of me just to, you know, save me from getting hit. And I didn't even know these people. Yeah, and I think that's why alliance is way more better than a family. And a family is overrated. I feel like alliance or a team, the mentality of having a team and having an alliance will thrive way more than a family, than a quote-unquote family. My parents are my family. I'm their family. I'm their alliance. I am their team because I will sacrifice a lot for them. I don't know if my family will do that. I don't know if my friends will do that. And this is probably like not of God or not in the Bible, but sure, forgive me, Lord, for thinking this way, but I got to do what I got to do to survive. And if I have to do that to survive, then I'll do that. And how many more people are thinking that way nowadays too? It's like, F everybody. I got to do what I got to do. I posted something like this a while back, and I kind of like, I put it on private. I took it back, and I told Sergio, like, it's not of God, or it's like, you know, like Cain and Abel. Was it Abel or was it Cain that tried to do everything that his brother did, but it wasn't of God? Like, God just said, You did it incorrectly. I told you how it's supposed to be done, but you did it incorrectly. And I think it was Abel that said, what the heck? I sacrificed it. I did everything for you, but yet it's still wrong. I think that's where I'm at right now. But in order for me to freaking survive, I still have to do it, whether or not it's wrong, because I feel like I've been doing it correctly the last time. But now I got to do it in a different way. I got to think about it the different way. I got to have a different mentality towards something in order for me to survive, I guess. Because obviously my mentality before and the way I was doing it before was incorrect. And Sergio will probably say like, yeah, go read your Bible. And it's like, sure, but it's not going to help me with my business. It's not going to help me with my job. And I could pray about it. Maybe God will send me this way, or God will send me that way. I don't know. It's not going to help my parents. Not that I know of. But anyways, yeah, I'm starting to think that it's overrated. That's where I'm at. 16 minutes. Like, comment, subscribe. I didn't think I'd ever say that. Anyways, if I'm gonna add on, I'm gonna add on a bit. That's what's been on my mind. It's unfortunate, and I'll add on to it once I have more to say, I guess. All right, guys, peace.